Let's just get it in. What's up, everybody? Rage Cage 20 here, back with Kamelot Silverthorn album. Today we are at the Prodigal Son. And I'd like to amend a statement from the last video, if you watched the last one. For some reason, this website, which, if you've watched a lot of my videos, the website I use, I like it, but I know, but it's like one of those, like, I give it a shot, even though it doesn't do the best job. It's trying its hardest, and I can't blame it for that. For some reason, it says part 2 is Burden of Guilt. However, every single video that has this song whatsoever calls it Burden of Shame, parentheses, I remembered what it's called this time, the branding. That's in no way, shape, or form reflected in here, so... Why this says Burden of Guilt instead of Burden of Shame, I don't know. Those are weird sounds. Anyways, I heard weird sounds in my house. I had to make sure that it wasn't anything inside the house. It's not. We're good. So yeah, I don't know why it does that, but hey. Anyways, this is a three-parter in one, really. It just briefly glancing through some of the lyrics in part 2, it looks like it has a lot of potential to blow me away. I'm really hoping it does. That's really all I got. That's really all I got in this one. It's a 9-minute song, 8:52 to be specific. It's a 9-minute song. We're gonna be here a little bit, but either this is gonna be 9 minutes of joy, and I'm just like yes, or it's gonna be like I'm gonna space out in the middle. One of those two will probably happen. And hopefully, it's not the second one. So I don't know about Jizal, but I'm ready to go. Yeah. Prodigal Son, part 1, 2, and 3. You can see it up in the top there. Funeral. Hold on. I'm pretty sure that's not how you spell funeral. So it looks like finale, but with fun in there. Funerale. Funerale. I don't know if that. Maybe that is. Is that how you spell funeral? Anyways, Burden of Shame, the branding, and the journey. So that's I'm gonna have to look that up here and make sure, but for now we'll just assume that it's correct, even though I don't think it is. But anyways, 9 minutes, let's fucking get it. Ooh. done.
Tears ever pay for
Okay. 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 Alright. Okay. Sure. Why not? Look at those bitches. See these two bitches right here? See how close those are. It's that close. It's that close to blowing my mind. First off, we need to I'm gonna go check here how to spell funeral. Yep, nope, that is definitely not with an E, so let's I'm gonna spell it with an E. English turn. Okay, so I think that's how. Okay. There's something in here with it spelled with an E. I'm not gonna go too deep into it. It just seems like maybe yeah. I'm seeing it mostly spelled just AL, but I'm seeing something about it ALE, and there's whole wiki pages on it and stuff. It's like I don't got time to look through that. I don't know. We'll just say fuck it. Anyways, part one. Part fucking one. Like fucking awesome. Like was the shit. I was like, oh, we in for a ride. Part two did not write anything till the end. Part three didn't write anything at all. Like it just all the crazy effects and the way that they were delivering it so unique. Every single stanza, well, every single paragraph here, grouping of stanzas, whatever the fuck you call that. It was just like, bro, and then they came in to part two. It was like, yeah, and then they just pretty much went back to form. Like part two and part three was really just a standard Silverthorn song, like not solitaire level, not sacrimony level, just a standard Silverthorn song, both of them. It's just like they had me fucking hooked in part one. Part two and three really dropped the ball. Like they stopped having fun with with the themes and stuff they were creating with this cool dark almost like fucking Elizabeth style shit that they were going towards with the kind of creepy atmosphere and just really building into what it was about. And then they're just like, okay, we exhausted all our reserves for part one. Part two and three, we'll just make a regular song. It was so unbelievably close to being just fucking jaw-dropping, like I gotta go on the next page, I'm still writing level, and I really feel like they dropped the ball. However, we're not gonna let that affect us here. We're just gonna go through what I liked. Mostly it's gonna be part one, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, there's it's good when somewhere in there I have to write in what the fuck. That's usually when you know it's good. But however, the what the fuck was when all of a sudden the acoustic guitar came in. I was just like, even and the camera's just like, what's happening here? So let's go back to the beginning. I made a sound at me. I don't know why I made a sound at me. Why did it sound me, bro? Let's go back to the beginning here. There was so much shit that happened within the first 2 minutes of the song. That was just crazy. For this opening section here, before we get to the lyrics around 120, I'm just going to talk about everything that happens and then try to point it out as it occurs. So first off, those chimes in the beginning, that dong, like that solitary bell sound, awesome. I heard some like whispers, and one almost sounded like cries or screams or something going on, like really quietly in the background. Okay. The keyboard came in that sounded like an organ, like something I'd hear straight from like Final Fantasy 9. And then there was like some interesting like monk chants or just kind of chanting, like just going like some religious chanting and stuff going on in the background, just like very quietly underneath everything that was happening. It was mind blowing. So let's go through this first minute here and just see if I can point out every little thing that's coming on here. It was crazy good in the beginning. Wow. The chime. Ugh. How much again? How loud is it? Oh yeah, it ain't loud enough. Come on now. Come on. I'm hearing this kind of like really quiet humming, vibrating in the bottom there. And I'm hearing little kind of whispering kind of stuff going on there. That little that kind of happened there. It sounds almost like someone's screaming or crying out. It also kind of sounds like a dolphin a little bit. So kind of sounds like either a human being or an animal crying, but it's there. Maybe like some kind of bird or something. I don't know. Or a squeaky door. That could have been it too. Then we have that organ coming in, that Final Fantasy 9 sounding ass organ in there. Do you hear that? I hear this like, whoa, kind of like human vocal sound, kind of like low and rumbly, just kind of sounds like something's being said. Or like someone's carrying something and like they're making a sound with every movement, like, oh, oh, kind of like this weird. I'm hearing some kind of chant-like thing where there'd be actual words or just sound effects happening underneath, really quietly underneath here. Yeah, you hearing that? Hearing voices. Sounds very rhythmic, like more than one person. I love that chord in there. Alright. That's when we get into, I said around 120, though it happens here at like 107, 106. I said, that falsetto though. Okay, we back. I saw the time was about to click, and I was just like, let's hold the pose. All right, ready to go. That falsetto, though. Like, homeboy comes in with that falsetto, and then it goes to a next level. But hold on. Before we get to that, let's just listen. Let's just listen to this fucking falsetto up in here. Note though. There's little things here that I don't really want to bring up because it's just kind of not necessarily necessary. Though I do put in here a little bit later that just it sounds very like this. As I was mentioning in the last video, it sounds very kind of wreathed in like classical writing, kind of like to me that based off some of the chords in there and some of the way it's presented, it reminds me of very Renaissance era stuff going on here as well as medieval. And even the next thing when they all come in here even sounds almost like Gregorian. Like it's very written in classical music. Like it's very amazing for someone who's studied those eras of music. And just hearing these is like, oh, you know. And there's a few little chords in here like dun, kind of stuff in there that's like sounds very Renaissance to me. You know, just I'm picking these little things up in here that's like I want to bring up. It's just like not very important, but like to someone like me, like that's so cool. So just like such cool little like listen to how like the little like sometimes like dissonant or like leading tone notes that the organ piano will like hold, and then how the way they end it is very like medieval and Renaissance written. Like it's gorgeous. It's fucking amazing. I'll just go a little bit back here. This is the part where right here I said like choir, like Gregorian chant almost. Not quite, but I definitely feel like it's similar. Plus Renaissance, like just very. Oh, when this choir comes in though, fucking what the hell? That took me by surprise. Oh, that was fucking epic. Do you hear that? Did you hear that high, that top voice there? Oh, listen to that again. That high voice though. That's a minor note there. Then all of a sudden we got an acoustic guitar in here. Like what? I didn't expect that one. I literally put 220 acoustic. What the fuck with a question mark? That was fucking crazy. They just out of nowhere, everything else stops, and all of a sudden we just got an acoustic guitar going. That's pretty cool. 245, I said pick up outro chords. I don't know. Some have around 245. So let's keep our ears open for that. Taken too soon, princess of hope, deep in our hearts you live on. Yeah, there it is. It's like an outro to the phrase, but also like pick up notes into the next phrase. That don, like, plus the guitar coming in with or the drums coming in with the fills. Like, what the fuck? That was good. That was good. Listen to that. Listen to that. Yeah. Alright, we're going to let it keep going here a little bit, but because at 3:10-ish, I said, sick, nasty guitar. That guitar came in just disgusting in a good way. Let's listen for that. God is of light. Give us the power. God gives strength. Okay, hold on. Before that guitar comes in, just that double line there. God gave us strength, give us strength to live on. The way he sets that up, and then just that like heroic on, that just builds and crescendos even a little. I mean, I can't walk past that without giving Tommy some props. That's pretty fucking good right there. That's pretty fucking sick. I'm not gonna lie. That vibrato and that guitar. Ah. So now we've kind of pushed into part 2 here. The beginning at 3:45, I think I just said sick guitars again, which but plural, so something happened. So let's see if the guitar continues to do something here within the next 3-ish seconds. So let's actually go back a little bit, make that 8 seconds. Yeah. Yeah, no, that was like so epic of a push into part 2. And then I'll let it keep playing out. But that was telling me like, yeah, no, this is going to be like an Elizabeth right here. It's going to be like, oh. And then it just, after this just fucking sick shredding guitar fucking chords in here, it just didn't keep going with it, and it was such a letdown. It wasn't bad. It was just like, oh man, all of part 1 was just like, oh, all of part 1 is fucking amazing, and then part 2 starts out so sick, and then I don't know what happened. I honestly don't know what happened at that point on. Anyways. Yeah. Let's fucking go. Oh man. Beautiful. And now we're just in the standard Kamelot song. Yeah, I don't want to listen to it. And I don't have pretty much, once Tommy came in, it's like I don't have anything else until like 5. I got one at 5:10, one 5:50, and one 6:10, and then it's done. Nothing else caught my interest. Nothing. I mean, there was some decent choruses in here in part 3 and whatnot, but like nothing that touched what they did in part 1 and the intro to part 2. So it's just like, it's crazy, man. It's like I just want the first 4 minutes of the song, and then the rest, like, take it or leave it. 5:10 progression, some chord progressions or something up in here that was just sick. So let's listen to that. Just that dun 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 dun. That's beautiful. That's really, really beautiful. I feel like, again, that reminds me kind of like a Disney song. Disney's just written everything, man. Like fucking Disney. They got a powerhouse. They just control everything. So yeah, just that is really, it's a really beautiful progression. They have very beautiful notes. Listen to that. Yeah. There's just some very beautiful harmonies in there. Very good doubling on that. Absolutely gorgeous. 5:50. I said extras. Some of the background instrumentation and whatnot was doing something pretty cool. So let's listen for it. Okay, yep, I heard it. I heard it again. Not only the dun 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 dun, you know, just kind of that. That just reminded me of "I Stand Alone" by Godsmack. Not only like that stuff that was going on, but there's just some little like vocal stuff and like orchestral stuff like happening in like the top of the headphones as well. At least I think that's where I heard it. Like somewhere in this spectrum. Pretty far. Yeah, let's see if I can even pop those out. I hear this no kind of happening in the bottom there, but also the guitar kind of like that. There's yeah, that's what I put there as well. Kind of the like hammer. I honestly don't know the difference between hammer-ons and pull-offs. Probably something I should still check out. But I'm just gonna call it a hammer-on. It just kind of really just no, that's not the same. I don't remember. Whatever it's called when you take that string and you push it upwards. I don't think it's not vibrato, but is it harmonic or what do you call that? I don't know. Anyway, it's just that drown. It's just bending that string, causing that sound there. Just fucking cool. That's happening on the top. There's some like vocal lines kind of on the bottom, and I think some that's echoing up there in the top. Let's see if we can hear that. Yeah, that. That's a really high pitched one that's vibratoing up there in the top. Oh, fuck. There's so much things going on. Those like 5 to 7 seconds. Just the little things that they just put in there, just to separate in between the two vocal lines there. Very cool. Very fucking cool. We're gonna let it keep going on here because there's more guitar stuff that happened around 6:10. I said hammer-ons, but then again, I do not think that's correct. Now that I revisit that. Yeah, I really like that dun, 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 like that sound that's going on there. That does that very vibrato-y like sound, but I don't think it's vibrato. But yeah, the dun, 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 like that thing that's going on there. That's fucking awesome. Yeah, I really like that. It's literally you see that there's almost 3 more minutes of song, right? It's literally the last thing I have. Pop back up. That's literally the last thing I got. The rest of the song just did nothing for me. Did absolutely nothing for me. Skipped a big portion of part 2. Pretty much the beginning and the end. And then like the rest of part 3, no interest. Like the outro was kind of cool, but that's like, it's like it just kind of did the same thing. Kind of the drums picked up again, like dun, 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 hitting on every downbeat. With a double bass going like same exact thing they did last song. So it was just it was just aight, dog. It was just aight, you know? It was okay. But the first 4 minutes though, the first 4 minutes of that song was out of this world amazing. Like next level fucking holy shit good. After that there was like 3 instances of okay. Like 3 instances of pretty cool stuff in there. Like I really like that. But that was it. Like just little small segments here and there scattered throughout the remains of what happened. What happened to the rest of the song. They really built something cool, and then they just was like, okay, well that was part 1. Now we're done. It's just I don't know what happened. Thank you for joining me on this song. I really wish I could say that it just fucking rocked me from beginning to end, but it just fell short in the middle there. I don't know what to tell you. Next is Continuum, which is an instrumental song. So that means it'll be good. I mean, as I've stated throughout the entirety of this album, their instrumental writing in Kamelot has always been top fucking notch. Like, Thomas Youngblood's a beast. He knows what he's doing. He does a great job. Not much else to say. And then after that, we have Grace, the limited box edition bonus track. And then we have Leaving Too Soon, of course, the Japanese Korean bonus track. Everyone knows that. Which we gotta listen to. I wish I could be like, no bonus tracks on this one, but you never know. The bonus tracks could be fucking epic. Like Where the Wild Roses Grow, that bonus track, even though I was kind of pretty ready to be done with the Poetry for the Poison, that one was absolutely amazing, and I really, really enjoyed that song. So we cannot sleep on these bonus tracks. If they hear, we gonna listen to them. So 3 more songs to go. I'm probably gonna try to finish them today because I want to be done with Kamelot. Mostly, not because I'm like, fuck this album, I'm out, but I want to get onto more bands. So the opportunity to get through this album, start the next band, I think that would be a lot of fun. So that's why I'm really excited to finish this today. Although it is Nightwish, and I'm not really excited about that, but I'll talk more about that at the end of Leaving Too Soon. So thank you for joining me. I'll see y'all next time.